like to show you now Perspex mounting, or mounting an image, the face of an image, onto the back of the Perspex, so that you actually view the image through the Perspex. And we have here a piece of 3mm Perspex, which is protected on one side with a thermite liner that we'll take off later. We'll come back to that in a second. Using again the carrier board with a product called transparency mount film. This is an optically clear double-sided adhesive with a filmic release liner on both sides. We start again, the film has been cut slightly larger on three sides, but again quite a large lead on the front end. Starting in one of the corners, we'll again fold back an inch of the release liner and put a crease in it. That gets stuck down onto the carrier board, again into the rollers. Again, the rollers have been set for the height of the carrier board. We've cut the first inch or the first 25mm. The film goes over the top. Now with Perspex mounting, this is a very careful process that you have to be extremely clean of cleaning everything down. The slightest bit of dust or dirt on top of the print will show up when you look through the Perspex, like a mounting. So we clean it off. We'll take the print. Again, the print goes face up because we want even though it's a double-sided adhesive, we want the double-sided adhesive on the face of the print. So again, lay the print in front of the adhesive, send it through. Again, just pulling up and down, sorry, back and down on the release liner, so that we've laminated the front of the print. We can then remove it from the carrier board. We'll turn it face up, and what we'll do here is we're just going to trim off the three sides of film that we don't need. We're going to leave the lead edge on, and there's a certain way that you need to remove the film. So we'll trim off the three sides. We then turn the print face up, stick the adhesive down onto your carrier board, then take your knife. You can actually then lift up the second release liner, and we'll leave the adhesive stuck down onto the cutting mat. We'll fold the release paper back so that we're only exposing about 2 or 3mm of the print which has got the adhesive on there. We can then trim off the excess adhesive that we don't need. You can discard that. Take your Perspex, making sure we've already removed this side of the protective film, and we cleaned it down using a product called isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free cloth. That will get rid of most of the residue. Then we need to give it another wipe over. Again, cleanliness is the most important thing on this process. We can then position the print. It would be the Perspex will be pre-marked out for the centre of the Perspex, or if you want to mount it flush, you'll just go to the edge of the Perspex. But for this instance, we'll show you centre mounting. So we have it positioned, very lightly tack down the lead edge. So we've offered it up to the rollers. The rollers have been adjusted to the height of this Perspex, which is 3mm Perspex. We'll catch the first 2mm into the roller so that it's just caught. The print, this is where you have to be a little bit careful. The print goes up over the top. We'll just lift the release liner out of the way. Again, another wipe down of the Perspex. As I say, cleanliness on this process is by far the most important thing. You can then lightly pull away the release liner, and lifting it up. And again, we'll just send it through, pulling the release liner away. And when we present it, I'll take off the front piece of protective film. We're actually viewing through the Perspex, so the actual face of the image is now fully protected.